The following is an EWTN special presentation.
It was late and the sun was about to set, but nobody went home. They were all waiting expectantly. A new pope. That's what the white smoke meant. Even so, no one, not even myself, knew that the smoke was really rising from the mouth of a cannon.
The Kaiser's troops are fleeing towards the border. Poland is free again.
Poland is free again! Poland is free once more!
Will you please stop clowning around?
Carol, you are fantastic. You're the best actor ever.
In that case, congratulations. You're the best actor's best friend.
I can see your face on posters all over Poland. Poland? What am I saying? All over the world! The great Karol Wojtyla. Will you remember all this when you're famous?
You know something, Yurik? That's just what my mother used to say. She was convinced that I'd grow up to be someone important.
Doesn't surprise me. My mother wants me to be a minister.
I have so few memories of her. My mother died when I was 9 years old. I was in school when they told me the news. I often imagine that she's here, by my side. Sometime later, my brother died too. He was the world to me. I wanted to be just like Edmund, always happy and an excellent student. After completing his medical studies, he went to work in a hospital and contracted scarlet fever. He died when he was only 26.
Hey, hurry up! Somebody else will take the pitch.
I used to play goalie on the Jewish boys team. They always needed players, and although I was a Christian, I was their regular goalkeeper.
Joseph! Hey! Joseph! Joseph! Tell Yurik to get back here and defend!
Over here! I'm unmarked!
Great save! Yes, sirree! What a goalkeeper!
Tell me, when I said get back here and defend, what part of that didn't you understand?
My father taught me to look to the Virgin Mary, to find strength and happiness in the face of life's challenge. Father, he was a friend.
Hello, Father.
Hello, son. Here, try that on. No one would ever guess it was my old uniform, would they?
It's fantastic.
So it was worthwhile me being a tailor before I joined the army. You'll look very elegant when you give your speech tomorrow. And now, one of our star pupils will welcome His Grace the Archbishop of Krakow, Monsignor Sapia. May I present Karol Wojtyla.
Go for it!
Give me a lever and a firm footing, and I will move the whole world. Do you know that? I think it's a very appropriate one with which to begin this speech of welcome for His Excellency, the Archbishop.
And tell me, do you know what this young man intends to study after he finishes his exams?
I don't think he's made up his mind.
In fact, Your Excellency, I've been granted a scholarship to study Polish language and literature at the Jagiellonian University in Krakow.
A pity. A real pity. It's a shame he doesn't want to study theology. We need priests with intelligence and energy. But each traveler must follow his own path. You will make an outstanding philologist, I'm sure of it.
Jurek went to study in Warsaw. For many years, I had no news of him. My own path led me to the intellectual world of Krakow. Philosophers, artists, poets. I was enthralled. I had studied German and French at school. I wanted to read the great authors in their own languages. Now I was studying Spanish. Very soon I met Jan and Julio. Jan was a tailor by profession, but he was also a theologian and a humanist. He had a great sense of humor. As for Julio, he was just beginning to discover philosophy.
It's ideas that really move the world. Don't you realize? It's not money or force. It's intelligence and the human heart. The world has to revolve around human beings.
And humans must base their lives on God, who created them.
Exactly. What does it mean to say that God created man in His own image? It means that we have dignity and rights that no one can take away from us.
Who said that force doesn't move the world?
They can invade us. They can shoot all our teachers. They can burn every last book. But they will never take away what is ours.
Oh, really? And what is this thing they can't take away?
Our faith.
Within a few years, they will have done away with that, too.
You're wrong. This is where the resistance begins.
I found work at a quarry. It took me an hour to walk there from Krakow. Sometimes I worked 2 shifts, one after the other, because I needed the tiny wage they paid me to buy food.
Please, just a little more.
Well, that's the ration. If you're not happy with it, you can go complain to the overseer.
Here.
Huh?
Thanks.
Are you praying? What for? Your prayers weren't much use when the Nazis invaded our country and tore our families apart.
Hey, leave him alone. Praying never did anyone any harm. Ugh.
One winter's day, I came back home to find that my father had died. I was not with him in his last moments. They say that real men don't cry. They're wrong. Jesus, too, wept when Lazarus died. During those hard years, prayer was a constant in my life. I wanted to be close to God. I needed to know that I was one of His children. We had to keep our faith alive. It was the heart and soul of Poland. It was what gave us strength to resist and to win.
about knocked him down?
Ah, he was Polish. Forget it, let him die. There are thousands more.
What happened?
A truck knocked you down. If that woman hadn't found you, you'd be dead. I see that you've come round at last. That's a good sign.
Hello, Jan. You'll have to forgive me for not getting up, but I was run over by a truck.
Those Nazis couldn't finish you off, huh?
God knows that I've forgiven them.
I think that you're ready to read this. Here.
St. John of the Cross.
It's time for you to start flying high.
And then I told them, and they listened to me. It's not enough. What I'm doing is not enough. I understand what you said to me. You were absolutely right. The time has come to fly as high as I can. No looking back. I want to be a priest. This is my path.
And don't doubt it, my friend. You're right.
The brilliant young man from Wadowice has decided to study theology. At last.
The Lord calls people when the time is right. In Wadowice, I had other plans.
I know. You made that very clear.
Well, I saw things clearly then, and I see things just as clearly now.
You don't know how happy you've made me, my son. The church needs apostles whose hearts are strong and whose minds are sharp. As you know, the seminary operates in secret. The Germans won't allow us to teach theology. Over these past years, the Nazis have killed more than 2,000 Polish priests.
I know, and that's why I want to start work as soon as possible.
Soldier! Upstairs! Right now!
Yes, sir.
Praise be to God. I thought
thought you'd been taken prisoner, Carol.
Father Figlovich.
I've come to take you to the Archbishop's house. He wants all you seminary students to take shelter there. They're rounding up more priests than ever.
Carol, I'm so glad to see you. I was so afraid that we'd lost you.
And the others?
There are only 7 of you left. You'll be safe here. The Nazis won't dare enter this house. They know that if they did, the whole city would rise up against them.
It took the Russians another 6 months to liberate Poland. It was a time of hard study and lots of prayer. Every day, the bombs fell closer. We all knew that at any moment, we could be buried under the ruins.
Betrayed. The Russians did not liberate us. They came to enslave us once again. Now we are under Soviet rule. Christians will be persecuted, and it won't be long before they start closing churches and killing priests.
I know. They've done the same in other countries.
Carol, I want you to train to become my successor. The communists will never be able to wipe out the faith of our people. It's what unites us all. They can rule us, but they are afraid of a people that unites around its bishop. We must keep the faith and be very strong. The people need us, Carol. They need their faith. They need to feel that God is with them.
I finished my studies in theology a year earlier than my companions. Archbishop Sapieha ordained me as soon as possible and sent me to study for my doctoral thesis in Rome. There I met priests from all over the world. We talked about the church in other countries, about new ideas for the apostolate among workers, among students. When I had finished my thesis, I returned to Poland.
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I was born in Poland. That's right.
My first posting was to a very poor village, lost among fields of wheat. Not long afterwards, I was sent to the Church of St. Florian in Krakow. There I dedicated all my energy to the apostolate among university students. When Archbishop Sapieha died, Archbishop Baziak, his successor, encouraged me to take a second doctorate. When I had completed it, I was made professor of ethics at the Catholic University of Lublin.
He's such a popular teacher. It's wonderful.
His course is easily the most requested. He even gets students from other faculties coming to hear his classes.
Because we are all
Matthias,
children of God.
do you know why we're the only Catholic university that is tolerated by the communists?
Very good. Now, I want all of you to write me a paper on this subject for the next class.
Because of our prestige, no doubt.
Exactly. That's why Wojtyla was such a great signing.
Hey, Uncle Carol, you're always telling us about the Tatra Mountains. When are we gonna climb them?
Yeah, we're starting to think you're chicken.
How about Saturday?
You're on.
Are you Father Wojtyla?
That's right.
I've come on the personal orders of Cardinal Wyszynski. He asked me to give you this.
Is there some news?
I don't know. I think that depends on you.
He wants me to accept the post of bishop's assistant in Krakow.
Bishop? But you're so young. Ah, Carol's going up in the world. We'll have to call you Your Grace. No, it'll be Your Excellency.
There's no need for that. I'll still be Uncle Carol. We have to be closer to the people. Lay society is the great strength of our religion.
Who is that?
It's the young Bishop Wojtyla. He has new ideas and he's a great public speaker. He travels all over the place. He's appeared at congresses everywhere, from the United States to New Zealand. They say the Pope will make him a cardinal.
New blood. Good, good.
Cardinal Wojtyla? Please, gentlemen, let's be serious here. Every pope for the last 500 years has been Italian. Why should things change now?
It's not out of the question, sir. There have been rumors.
It would represent a crushing blow to our system. Don't they realize what it would mean to these people? For the beloved Cardinal Wojtyla to be chosen as the next pope? Put it from your minds, gentlemen. I assure you that we have nothing to fear.
I'm going to talk to the people.
But Your Holiness, no pope has ever spoken at his first public appearance.
Well, I'm going to do it.
But it's impossible. It's against protocol.
Come on, Pericle. These people have been standing, waiting for hours to hear from the new pope. What does that have to do with protocol?
I would like to be able to speak to you in each and every one of your languages. Forgive me. I will learn them, I promise you. Now there is one thing I want to say to you. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid.
More than 4 million people have gathered here to see and hear the Pope. Yes, you heard me correctly. 4 million people. We've never seen anything like it before.
Your Holiness, I can't accept it.
Oh, please take it. I know that things are hard for you now. You'll be able to sell this for a great deal of money, and then you can buy food for your child. You must accept. God's servants, from priests to popes, must help people. That's what we're here for. It's true that a pope has many engagements, but maybe one day Jesus will ask him, "You've spoken with presidents, ministers, and cardinals. Didn't you have time to be with the poor?" And then, these meetings that I have from time to time will turn out to be much more important than many others. The Pope, every Pope, is the successor of St. Peter, the representative of Christ on earth. Before me there were others, and others will come after me. And so it will be until the end of time. Pray for me, through the Virgin Mary, that Christ may give me the strength to lead the Church into the third millennium.
Your Holiness, it's very late. You are tired. You must try to work less.
If the Pope were not tired at this time of day, he would not have done his duty. The most important thing is the Church of Jesus Christ. Many years have gone by, but that white smoke is still rising up towards heaven, just as on the first day.